Here we got dralii and Nass playing in the ProDrops AMENA 1v1 Invitational. That's right, Asia, Middle East, and North Africa. Both of these players representing Morocco. Dralii, originally from Canada, but has lived in Morocco, I think, a long time, and plays from there now. Nass from Morocco, but lives in Belgium, and still representing the Northern Africa region here today in these 1v1s. We are going to play it on EU servers. Dralii comes in as maybe the favorite. Really, it's hard to say. The way dralii's played 1v1 in the past, there are very few equals, but whether or not he's on his game is always a question, because I don't think he's been grinding as hard as you might expect somebody who is working for the RLCS like Nass is, as he is a part of SK Gaming. That's going to slam in a shot to tie the game after dralii gets an awkward save and can't keep this one out. Maybe a bit of a panic touch that he didn't need to do. Nass was creeping all the way out into the opposite corner. If he had just stayed grounded, he probably could have waited for the ball to come down. We have got a group of Killiers, Loreley, dralii, and Nass. The previous matchup, Killier is able to take down Loreley, so the winner of this game looking for a match against one of them two in order to qualify, and the loser gonna have to face Loreley in an attempt to stay alive. Nass, that's a good 50. Should be able to finish it off by all means. He's got more than enough boost in the tank, and the shot is not tough now that dralii's already missed. WTF is AMENA. Yeah, Asia, Middle East, North Africa. Wasn't dralii supposed to move back to NA? dralii's moving back in a year or so, is what I understand. And since that's been the case for a long time, I'm going to go ahead and just, believe it when I see it. Not to say that he's lying or anything. It sounds like maybe the plan was a year ago to move in a year or whatever, and now it's a little bit later. Maybe it all makes sense from dralii's perspective. I'm sure it does. Personally, I don't want to get too excited to see him in North American RLCS, because he's going to be there eventually. Best of 3 or best of 5. 5. Nass able to launch yet another 50 past dralii. dralii's been having a tough time connecting with the ball like he would like to. Nass actually getting a second touch there and then sending it to the ceiling. Fake kickoff from Nass. Dralii almost able to immediately punish, though. In fact, he is not. He hits post instead of finding his way in. Nass not going to take the ball to dralii, not yet. He wants 100 boost to do so. They go wall to air dribble. dralii challenges from the ceiling and is able to intercept. Now Nass, front foot flick, does not have a ton of heat on it. dralii should be able to control, even though he only has 18 boosts left over. He's going to take this dribble as slow as possible and only use that last bit when Nass makes him. Not going to use it early, not going to try and flick early, which would not have a great chance of scoring. He waits. Can make Nass look silly. dralii unable to pick up the midfield boost, but he's still going to get back to this ball in time, just barely enough to get a challenge that will not prevent, or sorry, will actually prevent an immediate goal for Nass. It was a bit scary. These two dancing in the corner as they both fake and turn. The ball bounces to the ground. Nass, that bump is enough, yeah. Low touch will finish it off. dralii just gets pushed just enough off the wall, gets his wheels off the wall, which makes him a complete fish out of water. But even with the wheels staying on, he was able to launch him up so high, it's probably not likely that he gets back down. Nass. Wall to air dribble and a catch and pop over the top of dralii, who has been a bit slow on challenges. Nass has looked like a very solid 1v1er. He's still looking for his big show match or big tournament type performance. I don't think he's played in a ton of tournaments because he's been on such a recent rise in his 1v1 career. But I also, I'm not sure he's gotten any humongous show match wins either. He's kind of the protector of the top 5 or so. You know, all the best in EU he's had a tough time with, but also any up-and-comers, anybody who's not a well-established top 1v1er, he also seems to handle with ease. So it's kind of a limbo that he's in right now that I'm sure he'd love to push through by getting a couple key wins. And he can do that here in this tournament. dralii is interesting. dralii would definitely count as one of those key wins under most circumstances. I'm not sure how much dralii has been grinding in the past months or so. He was not able to get top 8 in the fall 5K, although he was close to doing so. But can he take down Nass, who has looked so good? Nass also missing out on the top 8. We'll see if we end up seeing Shadi anymore. One of the surprise qualifiers from that tournament. Now dralii into a wall to air dribble with 40 seconds. I mean, he needs that to go in and a few kickoffs to go in his favor. That touch not working. It's going to get stolen by Nass. He actually ended up trying to milk it and really just teed the ball up by staying underneath it. But even though Nass doesn't finish this off, it's not going to be an issue for him. It's definitely a game 1 win. And that is actually quite the mistake. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a 5-head play to take just a few more seconds off the clock. "19 seconds. We wait till heading to game number 2. Only Ray, what's going on, homie? I tell you what, we're not going to wait 19 seconds because Nass is not backing down. Like all of Asia. Well, OSM is just representing Asia. We don't have all of Asia in the... Oh, these guys are leaving the match. Wait, what? Nass left the party and the match. Did he DC? Maybe if dralii scores 6 straight goals, do we think dralii could win this game? You know, I don't know if Nass was just trying to... If he actually just DC'd or if he was leaving the game because he thought it was over. But dralii maybe could have scored 5 goals straight. Probably not. I think even if he just slammed in goal after goal after goal, Nass would still win. Game number 2. Nass accidentally left the game. And by all means, you know, I think the rule set are such that dralii could have tried to just slam in kickoff goal after kickoff goal after kickoff goal to see if he could get 9 and tie it up. But dralii had no interest in doing that. He knew he had lost the game. And I also don't know if he could have done it, even if he had immediately focused on doing so. But Nass is back, and he's back in the lead as well. dralii, was he in? He was in a Fennec before, but was he in a black Fennec? I wasn't paying too close attention. This one's definitely painted black. Nass with camera check to see if dralii's going to hang around, which he is not. And Nass just chips up a power shot. Very low commit type play. And still a very solid one. Now to the skies goes Nass. The reset does not get a ton of movement, so dralii has to save, and the bounce favorable for Nass, I would say, preventing dralii from getting a take immediately. Instead, he's going to have to take much later, and Nass has recovered and made the save. Hope you're having a good morning. I am having a good morning. I think it's a nice morning of Middle Eastern 1v1. Nass controlling this kickoff into his corner. Now into an air dribble. Look at this play from Nass. Couldn't finish it off. It's still a great setup. dralii going to go back the other way. He entered the 1v1 scene with crazy mechanics. You know, he started his peak around the time that Daniel was peaking in ones. I mean, Daniel maybe still is peaking in ones, but when Daniel got most of his big wins, and dralii was able to beat him at his own game, which was very impressive. You just added another $1 to the prize pool. Yeah, anybody who follows any accounts, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, you're adding $1 to the prize pool at the end of the year right now. That only exists for a short time. I was getting a black fennec. No, the black fennec, it just exists. You can get a painted black fennec. I think actually the fennec that I have is painted black. I don't know if I have a regular fennec. So the black fennec must have been in the store or something. Nass, wave dash, an attempt to set something up. Nothing there to get though. I thought you were saying full black. Oh, no. Just the painted black portion. dralii, nice interception. Can you get a shot off of this? He's taking such a wide angle, so he doesn't really plan on taking an immediate shot. Nass is backed off, and he's hoping to bait him into a poor challenge with all these little fakes. I would say Nass did just fine, because he's got himself an opportunity to score, and dralii, great recovery. Nass maybe slightly prioritizing some boost pickups as opposed to maybe just going all in on that shot. He got there a bit faster. Not sure dralii would have been able to get back. dralii, long shot off the volley is wide. He's going to dive on 0 boost. Decided his best time to challenge was then, and he was right. He had not gotten contact, though. He certainly would have been scored on. That's a bit of an all-in dive. Nass doesn't want to take this full field carry. Instead, down to the ground, passed to himself, and he lost control of it. That touch right there should have just been a dralii takeaway, but dralii takes a poor 50 and ends up a Nass goal anyways. Oh, Nass able to just bump dralii off his wheels and kill his momentum. Feer is planning to put up a prize pool of at least 60K at the end of the year. No. Just to be clear, it's additional follows that I got, and also it is capped at 15,000 because that is the community prize pool limit that Psyonix has before you have to get Psyonix involved in having them approve of your tournament. dralii drops in a third. See the frustration camera movement from Nass. Jojo, welcome to you from the YouTube. dralii with boost and space. You know he's going to take to the skies. Dropping it underneath ceiling height as soon as he sees Nass early challenging. But man, Nass, great defensive effort there to prevent dralii from going to his normal type of air dribble, and then still able to fall from that top corner and intercept the ball. He's got a minute to get his lead. Try and put dralii on a 2-0 down in this series. Nass, long shot. Not there, but has dralii on the back wall. Can he keep him pinned? No, really bad touch. Handed the goal away. He was trying to touch soft, land, and maybe get back to it himself, but he did the opposite. He touched soft, and then he doinked himself off the wall and made it so that there was no question that dralii would be scoring. Hello from Germany. Yo, who plays in the World Cup today? Is Germany playing in the World Cup today? I feel like it's been a while since they've played. They could be playing today. I've been watching a bit of World Cup. Haven't watched a ton of football in my life, but who doesn't watch the World Cup? People are comparing like World Cup to Super Bowl and stuff, but World Cup should be compared to things like the Olympics, right? Obviously, the World Cup's bigger than the Super Bowl because it's nothing like the Super Bowl. Nice interception by dralii. Just able to stick around this ball. Nass couldn't control it, and that single jump wasn't enough. dralii looking like he's going to be able to tie it up with 13 seconds. There it is. dralii the dunk. The tie game. The two players representing Morocco go even into game number 3. Game 3. Yeah, it's like Olympics. It's exactly like the Olympics, right? World Cup is once every 4 years, and it has the entire world involved. The comparison is much better to the Olympics. I don't think anybody should be trying to argue that the Super Bowl that happens every year and doesn't involve the entire world is, you know, similar to the World Cup. World Cup is like RLCS Championship. Not even like that. There's so many RLCS Championships. World Cup is once every 4 years, right? The scarcity on that. You know, I've always said the NFL, one of the things they do great is they have a scarcity of their content such that it's special when you get to see it. Well, the World Cup has them beat big time. dralii, nice reset. And then just uses that reset all the way down to the ground to threaten. Doesn't have to use it as long as he grabs it. Nass has to question, am I ever going to have to make that save? Never does. Recent drama at Psyonix is so broke, they might say yes to a bigger pool. Interesting. Isn't that the opposite of what they would want? You mean a bigger prize pool for community tournaments? Isn't their whole idea that they want to control their brand a little bit and, you know, not have people surpassing RLCS, that kind of stuff? So as you are unable to extend your prize pool, you'd almost want to reduce that for everyone else as well so you can remain the top contributor. Look at this reset from dralii. dralii just slotting it. Top shelf, getting the demo as well. Insult to injury. Didn't need it though. That's 100% speculation. They're dropping casters and not players. And not paying players? Are you saying just because I saw a tweet today that they hadn't paid out some player? That's really interesting to me. Payouts are a world that I haven't really got involved in yet. The esports community. Just starting to a little bit. And the like gig community, I guess. And I don't know. I know there's probably a lot to it, but I never really understand why it takes very long. In my tournaments where I get to control everything, where it's just me, I don't even have a sponsor offering the money up, you know, tournament ends, people are paid within 12 hours, sometimes 24 hours. It like makes me antsy to not get that done, you know? It's like, oh, I feel icky. The longer that they're not paid out, the more it like pains me. So what I don't understand, and it has to just do with big corporations, you know, the person's job, who it is to pay out, isn't the person who signed, you know, I don't know. That's probably the reason why it takes longer. There's probably so many more strings attached. I'm not saying that I would expect other payouts to happen as fast as mine do. Mine are very, very simple. But I'm sure I'll understand it more as time goes on. I want to get more involved in the esports scene. There were like 5 other players in the replies saying the same thing. Interesting. I would think that they would just pay teams, no? Isn't there like a team representative? You just send them the money and then they deal with distributing it to, because don't some teams take a portion of the, oh, nice cut by Nass. Don't some teams take a portion of the prize pool? So is there a chance that these players actually need to talk to their teams? think the RLCS is profitable. You know, if you look at the grand scheme of things as an advertisement for their game, you know, it's probably worth it. But if you're asking if does the RLCS make money, like if it was run outside of Psyonix by like a third party who doesn't make money from game sales and people paying to play the game and whatnot, no, I would guess it probably isn't. But it's a really good advertisement for their game. So I think that's why you're going to see that Psyonix continuing to do it. Nass running up the score here, 6-3. Feer and Gregan not being a part of RLCS is a travesty. I mean, that's really kind of you to include me alongside Gregan, who actually was a part of the team and everybody liked. I don't know if you can really say we're in the same situation, but I appreciate that. Apparently the contract says the payment goes straight from Psyonix to the players. Interesting. Nass running up 7-3. Dralii and Nass are hitting clangers. Indeed. Oh, Nass just faking Dralii. He's going to throw the whoops as he tries to pre-flip out to where Nass was taking the ball. This is Rocket League, says Nass. Nass demo. He was actually just going to take a wall to air dribble. But of course he'll just roll the ball to the net now that Dralii's dead. Dralii trying to pre-flip. Steal that corner boost before you get there. Nass doesn't come to the kickoff. Dralii can't get it past him, and Nass scores. Man, Nass is just insane. Forfeit this game. Hey. Oh, I can end it. Don't have to leave. Well, they left, so I'll leave with them. Game 4. Nass absolutely blowing out Dralii in that game 4. And once he got to double digits, Dralii said, I've had enough. Get me in a new game. And now Dralii in the new car as well. He's in the Octane instead of the Fennec that he's been trying to beat Nass with. They don't know I have admin mode. Yeah, I guess they don't. But looks like so far the Octane is not the answer, as Dralii cannot take the ball from Nass here, and Nass regains his lead. Nass wants to get underneath this ball to catch it and be able to pop it and flick it. Dralii is trying to shadow close enough in order to make him feel uncomfortable in doing so. And still Nass, though, was able to get that spot. Now he's got it again. And he's faking a musty. Dralii is playing really passively as a defender, and Nass will slowly work his way in. This 50, he gets wheels on the ball, and he might even get a reset as well. Dralii cannot clear it away despite getting dead center of the ball. He needs to have some momentum into that save. Nass drops it down and has himself a 2-0 lead. Save off his own post. Trying to save up all the boost he can, and he just barely clips the save, which actually does well for him in terms of counterattack. It launches the ball into that corner bounce. Dralii recovers quickly. Now Dralii pre-flipping back to this ball after going to grab boost in order to keep Nass from taking control of it, but his shot is not in. And now Nass double reset. He's really just going to use this to steal boost. There's no way he's getting a shot out of it. He's done a good job at recovering, preventing Dralii from staying on offense, or really escaping from defense. He hasn't had much offense at all. Look at this tight angle. Dralii using all of his boost to get back. He's able to pick up another 100, but what he didn't realize is that he needed to worry about that shot. Nass finds the skinny angle. Now another fake kickoff from Nass. Little camera check to see, is he going to have to deal with a dralii near him, or does he have time to take it down into this bounce? Doesn't grab the reset very comfortably and ends up having to try and use it on an awkward side of the ball, and it'll be dralii's first goal. Free Ethereum. So what did you bet? 3-1 for Nass? Did you just jinx it? Right as you said that, dralii gets a goal. Nass. Looking far post. If he can get it past dralii. Oh my goodness, look at the shot. It doesn't go in. It's crossbar down and out. dralii able to tap it out. That was going to be an insane shot. Nass, the placement this time is perfect as he keeps it away from dralii. Dralii with 12 boost. Decides to try and challenge on the wall. He was never going to be able to intercept that. Maybe if Nass was going near post, it would have looked better, but since Nass correctly played keep away, dralii left completely out. Nass wall dashing. I'm not sure he should be playing that aggressively, though, and he agrees as he goes back to midfield after the wall dashes. And dralii, one last touch. Nass gets the save. There's a few different options dralii has in that moment to either get a reset, maybe give up on the ball, go for a bump, or accelerate it. And all those different options make it tough for Nass to pick what to do. But he ends up reacting in time to that extra push by dralii. And his defense has been the answer. 5-1. Back the other way. dralii, no boost to work with. Can't go up to meet Nass. Has to let him come down to the ground. And the bounce is too high. dralii, quick camera check. Wall to air dribble. Nass coming from the ceiling to intercept. And he doesn't ever leave a window open. And now great recognition from him as he goes to grab boost that he actually was going to have to make a save first before he could pick up anything. He turned and made that save. He's got his 100 now. He hides behind the ball. We watched it from dralii's perspective. It was impossible to know what Nass was doing there. And what he was doing was stealing this ball away with a perfect backflip challenge and a 6-1 lead with 1:30 left to go. dralii trying to find the answer right now. What can he do to escape the blue half? Get an opportunity at some offense. He's going to carry this one towards Nass's net, looking for top right. Nass is ready for that. Also, didn't really get top right. Or top center. Nass can save it with ease. dralii, a double, and it's posting out. Just brutal for dralii, who needed everything to go his way here in the final minute. Now Nass, the reset. Cannot protect the ball on dralii's early challenge. One thing that dralii does have going for him, I would say, is a very cool car design. Isn't that what this game's all about? Great interception. Second goal. 4 straight in 30 seconds. It's going to need to be some insane kickoffs. And Nass, who's trying to stay one step ahead of the game, fakes this one, but it doesn't work out. Actually gives dralii a very easy goal. And the clock doesn't start until the ball is touched unless it sits there for a long enough time. So the fact that dralii can sit, wait, and then touch the ball actually means he gets a pretty quick goal as far as time is concerned. Now, you might think because he had to hit the brakes, delay a bit, that time is not really accounted for since the clock will start later when they don't immediately hit the ball. But 13 seconds, dralii needs 3. I don't see it happening. Even if he gets this fake on Nass, which he does not, Nass gets a touch on the ball and ends the game. It'll be Nass 3-1 in the best of 5. Nass and Kalir's going to meet in the upper bracket of this double elimination group. dralii and Lorelei will fight to stay alive in the lowers.